Who is it?
It's Detective Parker.
Come in.
What are we looking at here, Constable?
Victim's name is Daniel Jackson, 48 years old. He runs his own real estate business, which has left him as a multi-millionaire. This guy was living alone until recently, when his son William moved back in. It was William who made the call this morning, found his dad's body. We have two main suspects at the moment, including William.
What about the murder itself?
That's a little simpler. Judging by the wound to his right temple, his death was caused by blunt force trauma. The weapon being this decorative wax candlestick, easily capable of delivering a killing blow. Suicide was unlikely. This guy wasn't unhappy, and knocking yourself off with a candlestick is a strange method. No sign of struggle.
Anything more?
All the windows and doors were locked except for this sliding door. It was open when we got here. We assume it's the killer's escape route.
Thanks, Constable. That should be all for now.
Have a look around, Detective. I'll be back in a sec.
No problem.
Parker, you alright? What happened?
They were still here. Clocked me over the head something fierce. Ugh. They dropped their wallet. Wasn't fast enough.
Then they got away?
Not for long. Get me a list of suspects. So Richard, you worked with Mr. Jackson, yes?
About a year, yeah.
How's the job treating you?
It's not too bad. Pay's good. People treat me well, which isn't something I'm used to.
What about the boss? Did you get along with him?
I wouldn't see him around much, but I don't think there were any complaints.
Where were you between the hours of 10 p.m. and 3 a.m.?
At home. Sleep, probably.
Strange. We have eyewitnesses putting you at the scene of the crime shortly before we received a call about the murder. Care to explain?
Okay. I was there, but I didn't kill the guy.
Then why did you lie?
I'm not stupid. I don't know how suspicious it's going to look if I'm there moments before some guy gets killed.
And why were you there?
Mr. Jackson called me. Said his life was in danger. He sounded terrified. He wanted me to come over.
Why would he call you?
I don't know. Maybe because I used to work in security. Maybe because he didn't have anyone else he could trust. I mean, I don't think he knew many people outside of the business.
He has a son living with him.
Well, maybe that's who he was afraid of. Look, I don't know. I was called. I came. The doors were locked. I knocked and nobody answered, so I went home.
That will be all for now, Mr. Richard. William Jackson. Daniel was your father, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry for your loss.
That's alright.
You don't seem very upset, seeing as your father just died.
Look, we were never that close. Especially since my mum died.
But you lived in the same house?
Only because I had to. I ran out of money, I had no other options. But he was never there anyway. He was always at work.
And you two didn't get along?
Yeah, you could say that.
So how was your relationship? Was it getting worse?
Yeah, I suppose it was.
It says here in my notes that you inherit the house and the property now that he's gone.
Yeah, I think I did.
Would you say that with your current relationship path that this may not have happened, that your father would have taken you out of his will?
Look, maybe. I don't know. But that doesn't mean that I killed him.
I didn't say that. Now, you say you found your dad's body? Tell me about it.
It was early in the morning. I wasn't asleep and I heard a noise upstairs. There's no one else that should be up there, so I went up to investigate. I opened the door, and Dad's lying there on the ground. His head's bleeding. He looked like he was dead.
Which he was. What did you do then?
After I made sure that he was dead, I called the police straight away. And then I waited in the house.
Did you do anything else?
No, I just waited.
Okay, that's it. Thanks, William.
No worries.
So, do you know who did it?
Almost certainly. But I'll need more evidence. There we go. Nice watch. Looks like one I've seen before. Take a seat. Rick Payne. That's your real name, isn't it, Rick? Rick Payne. 1 year ago you committed armed robbery, but managed to escape arrest. You created a false identity, Richard Thornton, under which you worked in Jackson real estate for the past year. It was going well until this photo evidence of your true identity surfaced. In an attempt to recover and dispose of those files, you broke into your boss's house. You hadn't yet found the files, and it was too late to make your escape by the time his son arrived upstairs. You thought he lived alone. You also thought he was asleep, which is why you were surprised when you found him awake, so you decided to kill him?
No. Didn't mean to kill him. I was just going to knock him out, but he turned his head. I didn't mean to kill him.
Nevertheless, you did. And all over some files.
I didn't want to go to prison.
And how'd that work out for you?
I didn't want to go to prison.
Rick Payne, you're under arrest for armed robbery, evading arrest, and the murder of Daniel Jackson. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to have an attorney present during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. You don't miss anything, do you?